What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Pete's Carport, and right behind me is the new to the channel 2002 Mercedes AMG C32. This is a car that I have been looking for quite some years. I found one maybe 3-4 years ago and wasn't able to pull the trigger on it at the time, and this one was not an expected car to buy, but don't worry, it is far from perfect. We're gonna go over all of that. This is just a quick introduction because I just got it back yesterday and I wanted to do a quick walk around. Now, this happened to be the personal car for the owner of the dealership where I was looking to buy my next daily driver. And if you guys are on my Instagram or you saw my YouTube post, I was looking for a unique manual car, and obviously this is not it. And I kind of stumbled across a C230 compressor hatchback, and I've always had a niche for that car and wanted to know what it would be like to daily drive it. And we got talking, and I mentioned that I've always been looking for an AMG car, specifically a C36, a C32 model, and he goes, I happen to have a C32, and I thought he was playing around. And he goes, no, it's not a perfect car. In fact, it was sold to somebody. He's had it for quite some years, and that person wrecked it. So let's walk around this side. And he was in the process of restoring it because he loved this car, and it ended up back in his possession a few times after selling it, and he took this car to the track. You're going to see a lot of that because when I went to the dealership, he mentioned a lot of things that he did with this car, and he has a huge passion for this car. So this is going to be the next car that we fix up on this channel in between other projects that we're doing, and I hope you guys are as excited as I am because this is going to be an amazing car, and I'm hoping to get it started on the next episode, which will be out probably pretty soon. So let's go ahead and jump back in time to when I went and picked this car up, which was yesterday. All right, we are coming up on the car. I can see it poking out. Let's see. It is right there. All right, let's get out and check it out. All right, guys, so this is it. I am very excited. It is a C32, a very hard car to find. Very far from perfect, but we have some good plans with this. He was just telling us all about how he used to race it, sold it to somebody. This guy drove it off the road, hit a sidewalk, and damaged the racket pinion, but he replaced that, and we're gonna work out a really good deal, I think, with this. This is the motor here. So this is, how many miles does this thing have?
270.
270,000 miles, and it's been raced.
5.0. What's this? 5.0. 5-speed, like a 2012 or something. I got races with GTOs, Chargers. I used to go every Wednesday to Showtime.
Oh, super cool.
They know this car over there.
I'm guessing you beat it.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, you smoked it.
Oh yeah, like 2 cars. This car is awesome on the 8th. You see?
That's stock exhaust too?
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds so good.
No, you could do so many things.
Oh, I know you can.
100% stock.
This car is super tunable. A car.
Yeah, it does what it's supposed to. At 8.6, 8.7 at the 8th, I'm okay. Because
Yeah.
if you run below that, you got to start wearing helmets.
Yep.
So this car was on a street class. This is the fastest you could go.
And it's a V6 too, so.
Because I wanted to stay on that bracket. You see what I'm saying? If I start running A4, A2, then I got to do all kind of other stuff.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And you don't want to be at the racetrack with a helmet because you sweat your ass.
So cool. This guy knows a lot about this car. He used to race it and has purchased it back quite a few times. So he loves this car, but we're going to pick it up today, I think. He's gonna go get the keys and we're gonna try to get it started. He said it's been sitting for a while and we think it's just a fuel pump issue. Like I said, the car's not in perfect shape. 270,000 miles, which is absolutely unbelievable that this car still pulls. He said it's still got tons and tons of power, tons of life left into it. And if you guys know, the E55 is very similar. It's an engine that just can keep going. So this is one that I've been wanting to get, and I'm actually kind of excited that it's one that I'm gonna be able to save. So it's gonna be a little bit of work, but from what he said, he's already replaced most of the main components. I think there's a control arm that needs to be replaced. So if we get it, we're gonna be towing it back, and we're gonna be working on this immediately. I'm gonna throw some money into this, get this to be my daily driver.
That's what this was.
Yeah.
It was my walk around daily driver, like on a stoplight.
Yep.
I don't care what came up to me, I would give them a run for their money.
That's what you got to do with these. It's a, you know, it's a sleeper.
This car, you hurt a lot of feelings.
Oh yeah, because nobody thinks you're going to be fast.
Wait till you see my front bumper, what I have put on it.
Oh. So we're going to get it started up.
You know how it's a Mercedes Benz?
Uh-huh.
I have put no mercy this Benz. No mercy.
I like it.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I used to go to the track, people used to know this car.
That's awesome. Obviously you love Benz. So this is the C230. If you guys have been paying attention to Instagram or my post on YouTube where I asked you guys which car I should get, this is the C230. It is gorgeous. Unfortunately, he sold it right before I got up here to a guy who was coming out to look at a minivan. He took $2,500 for it. It's a 6-speed. The paint is immaculate on this. The interior is perfect. I was ready to buy it, but I'm actually more excited about picking this up and dailying this. So I'm going to put the money into this that I was planning on spending on this and use this car as my daily. So pretty exciting, but this is a super nice car. Oh, he's also got a 2003 SL 500. I saw it up there, so we'll take a look at that. And he's selling that. That's his daily. So pretty cool. We drove about an hour away to come look at this, and I couldn't be more excited to meet this guy who obviously has some history with this car. So like I said, the fuel pump or something's having an issue, but he said he can fire it up by spraying into the throttle body, and we got to jump it obviously because it's been sitting here for a while.
What's going to happen is you could hit the key, and I'm going to spray a little bit so you can see that it does.
Can you get in there to hit it, Zay?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Just want you to hear that the engine is not knocking.
Oh yeah, you're going to spray it right up into there. Cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you want to take the airbox off, but
It'll be fine. It'll start. Go ahead.
and there she goes. Give it a little gas. Oh,
Go ahead. Yeah,
let's hear that exhaust.
If it's not, it won't run. Go ahead. But I just wanted you to hear that it's not blown up.
What a sleeper car.
Well, honestly,
All right, we're going to go ahead and talk about
hasn't been started in
what the
forever.
deal is with it.
I'm telling you, the engine is solid.
I'm excited. I hope you guys are
The
too.
engine is solid on it.
Well, guys, we just went ahead and made a deal. He took $1,800 cash for the car. I can't be more excited. He already showed me everything that needs to be done, some of the little knick-knack things. Obviously, you can see he's beat up here. He does have the front bumper, which is in perfect shape. He pulled off. It's going to need, I guess, the ice box for the supercharger. I am not 100% familiar with this car, so I'm excited to start getting online, figuring everything out, getting this car running. First thing we're going to do is test out the fuel, because obviously there's no fuel getting to the engine, so most likely just a fuel pump. So that'll be the first thing we tackle, and then we're gonna have to play around with suspension. I think one of the control arms needs to be changed out. Other than that, this should be running. I mean, this guy has a history with this car, like you guys saw. I mean, he would not stop talking about how much he loves this car, the history he has with it, how many tracks he's brought it to, all the little funny things that he's done. Like if you look at this chain here, he was telling me that every time he would hook up, he would break a motor mount. So he saw this little hack that somebody did, and he went ahead and basically hooked the chain straight down to, I'm guessing, the frame, which doesn't spin the motor, so the motor mount wasn't snapping. He said it worked. So I'm probably not going to keep that, to be honest with you. I don't know. But if you guys have ever heard of that, let me know in the comments, because I think that's kind of unique. I'm not a huge fan of it, but if it worked, you know, sometimes you do what you got to do. And interior obviously has a lot of little broken pieces here and there, but it does have those AMG seats, so I would love to try to figure out how to reupholster these, and specifically this one here. You can see it's tore up. Maybe I can get a base off of a standard seat and keep that backing there and just have that like redone. And then radio is obviously missing, not a big deal to me. Dash isn't perfect, but it's in pretty good shape. AC doesn't work, any of that stuff. I'm not too worried about that, because this is going to be a car that I just kind of tear around town with and create a little havoc. So I'm glad you guys are going to be here for this little journey. This is going to be a quick one. I do have some cash. I just sold a couple of cars. I'll talk about that later on, and I'm going to be able to dump that right into this, because I got it for $1,800, which is kind of, see, I know they're massive. Look at these brakes. I mean, anybody that knows about this car, you guys probably know. Look at that, it's filling up the entire wheel well. And I'm guessing 17-inch rims, so they're probably 16 inches, 15. Yeah, they're massive, massive. Look at the calipers. Yeah, I'm excited. I am excited, and you guys get to be on this little journey with me. And 270,000 miles, so I want to see this thing hit 400,000 miles in my hands. Once again, guys, my name's Pete. This is Pete's Carport. Actually, I'm probably gonna we're getting it towed back, so I'm probably gonna do an ending to this video tomorrow when I get it back and we kind of go through it. So let's go ahead and do that.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger.